Hello everyone, this is Jenny with your weekly energy forecast for the week starting May 18th and running through May 24th. If you are new to my channel, I am a practicing shaman and I do energy readings and help people get in touch with their animal spirit guides. First of all, I must say that this week we just had has been very intense. I have really felt this push towards completion that I talked about in my video last week. And I have had so many dreams that in the morning I've been so tired that I could have gone right back to bed and continued sleeping. These are all signs that we are being pushed spiritually. And it has to do with this new age of Aquarius that we are entering. So all of these shifts are happening at the moment. Some of us are feeling this energy as a welcome journey that we can't wait to take, but others are feeling as if everything has just sped up at the moment, as if you have pushed some kind of fast forward button on your life and everything is moving so fast that you cannot really keep up. And I must say that for me personally, I feel somewhere in between of all of that. I do feel ready to embrace all of these changes that are coming, but at the same time, I also feel that everything just seems to be moving so fast. I am being bombarded with dreams and I can hardly take in one dream, then there is a new one that I need to consider. So the card I pulled this week illustrates that very well, because the card that came up is the Four of Cups. So in this card you see a woman who is watching the stream of life, but she appears to be disinterested in the offering of the Four Cups before her. It seems that in spite of achieving all of these rewards, there's still something missing in her life, still something she lacks, or she feels out of touch, so out of touch in fact that she can't really see what is before her. So she feels so tired and exasperated that she can't even see what is right there, what is being offered to her. And she also can't see what is already there. The three cups on the ground, they seem to disappear in this fog in front of her. So her vision is a little cloudy. She feels overwhelmed. She's just sitting there under the tree and doesn't really know where to go from here. Or she doesn't really know what to do with it all. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. That's how it feels to me also at the moment, that everything is moving so fast that you have a hard time seeing all of these things that you have already achieved. You just want to sit down under this tree and take a break. No more. Let me take a time out for a moment and just figure out how to stand on my 2 feet and walk forward. And that's the overall energy that we're dealing with right now. It feels overwhelming and we just want to hit pause, but everything is moving so fast that it is not possible. I always show you the card from the traditional Rider-Waite deck also. And here we see a man sitting under a tree. His body language is very closed. He has had enough. He's not interested in this cup that is being handed to him. And that makes him unable to see what is already there in front of him, what he has already achieved. So this is the energy you might be dealing with this coming week. You feel like you just want to hit pause, and it doesn't seem to you like you have achieved anything. But in fact you have. The cups are already there, so Just like I mentioned last week, you have done very important spiritual work already, but this week you might just have trouble acknowledging that. You might have trouble seeing that these results are there. So that's the overall energy we are dealing with. So because of that, I have been guided to work with a stone that can really ground you. This is green jasper. And if you look at the green color, it is just so vibrant or comforting also. It's like you are holding a forest in your hand. And this stone can really help you connect with earth. It can help you feel yourself and feel the earth underneath your feet. For me personally, this stone takes me straight into the forest. I can hear the rustling of leaves in my ears, and I can feel the breath of the planet inside me. So it can ground you. It can also help you get in touch with your emotions. It can prevent you from discarding feelings. And when you achieve that, you might also be able to open your eyes and actually see these cups that are in front of you. So that is the crystal for this week. I will be using the Sacred Traveler deck again by Denise Linn. So let's see what comes up for us this week. Here we have our first perspective. Our second perspective. And our third perspective. So the first card that came up for this week is called Answering the Call, and underneath it says the time is now. So I almost have to laugh a little here, because I was just talking about how it feels as if everything is moving too fast and we just want to hit pause. And then Spirit gives me this card that is basically a kick in the butt, saying, oh no, the time is now, you cannot slow down, you have to answer the call and continue your spiritual development. So this illustrates perfectly what I said before, that you might feel like you want to hit pause, but the time for pausing is not here. We have to answer the call, we have to keep on going and grow spiritually. So yeah, that was a little funny. The second card that came up is Discover Truth. And underneath it says, you stand in the light of truth. So more of the same. We have to continue discovering these truths that we are being asked to face. That has to do with people in your life. I've talked about that in a couple of my videos lately. We have to do a little weeding in our garden of friends or acquaintances and figure out who really serves us. A topic that keeps coming up in my dream is also this topic of the false light workers that I have been talking about. We need to see behind it all. We need to become our own spiritual guide through all of this. We need to open our eyes and see the truth. See people and their messages for what they are. What is coming from a place of ego and what is coming from a place of love, from a place of spiritual truth. So you stand in the light of truth. We have to continue the journey, keep on doing the work, so that we can discover even more truths. the last perspective of this week tells me that the energy of this flower moon is still lingering. This full moon of May, that is also called the flower moon, is still with us. This card came up 2 weeks ago also, when we were about to enter this full moon phase. Now we are about to leave the full moon phase, but the energy of the flower moon is still with us. So it means that you will still be able to tap into this energy that supports completion. And again, it says believe in magic underneath. So the veil is still thin between this earthly plane and the spiritual realms. You still have a lot of opportunity to contact your spirit guides. You can reach out to new spirit guides, and that will be easier for you also this week. So the full moon energy is still here. We are still supported on this journey towards completing some of this spiritual work. So I do feel like my spirit guides are having fun today. Yeah, you might feel exhausted, Jenny, but it's not time for a break. You have to keep on going. That's the clear message here. And they are also saying, though, we are right here. That's another message in this card. This comes up when we need to hear from our spirit guides that they are right here by our side and ready to help. So the veil is thin. It doesn't require much for you to reach out to them. So they are here to support all of this that they are asking us to do. I will also be pulling one card from the Higher Intuition Oracle. So let's see what animal comes up for us this week. Ooh, it's the bat card. So the bat is one of those animals that often trigger fear energy in people. They fly in a sporadic fashion, never knowing where they will swoop, and that can make people feel afraid of them. But as always with animal spirits, there is no need to be afraid. They all have valuable lessons to teach us. And the bat is an animal that can hear very well. The bat can navigate in darkness because of this extremely high developed hearing. So that means that the bats can help you achieve clarity. That is also the keyword that they use underneath here, if you can see. It can help you hear all of the messages that are being sent to you from the spirit realm. So these two cards here, they fit perfectly together. The veil is thin here, and you are being supported by the bat spirit and this exceptional hearing that can help you pick up on all of these signs that your spirit guides are sending you. So the bat is actually a very powerful animal spirit with great lessons to teach you. Notice the full moon in the background here also. So the moon energy is here in both of these cards too. So no need to be afraid of bats. They might not look it, but they are marvelous navigators. And they can help us navigate this in-between space, between this dimension that we are in and then the spirit realms. It can help us navigate that. So actually a great card for the week ahead. I will put it right here next to Journey by Moonlight. Finally, I have to tell you about the herb depicted in this cup card here. And that is burdock root. So the spiritual properties of burdock root are many. They can aid in different types of healing, especially emotional healing. If you feel hurt, if you feel discouraged, if you feel out of touch with yourself, burdock root can also help against anger, especially misplaced anger or aggression. So if you are feeling a little bit tired or a little bit frustrated, then you can benefit from drinking tea made of burdock roots. There are a lot of very tasty teas with that particular herb. It doesn't have to be pure burdock tea. You can find teas that are a blend of burdock and other roots or other herbs. But for healing, it is a very powerful herb. So that was a fun reading today. Spirit definitely played a joke on me here. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will have a wonderful week where you will be able to answer the call and continue this journey towards discovering the truth. And remember, the veil is thin. You're being supported by the bad spirit to hear the messages that are coming through to you. So have a wonderful week, and if you would like a private reading with me, please write the email that you see in the video description or go to my Etsy shop. I will talk to you again soon. Bye!